You know, every single day, thousands and thousands of bees die spontaneously due to bad bee syndrome, right? You can prevent bad bee syndrome by just making a simple donation of $3,000 to the swoos today. Save the bees. I head out for the school, my two bodyguards naturally at my anus. I am almost getting used to this, sort of. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, though. It's like some sort of thing. Black screen with no text. The ultimate in gaming experiences. I'm not Slave 49. Black screen with no text. The journey to school goes by peacefully. Not a monster in sight. Though I can't help but shake this feeling that something is watching me. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Maybe I'm just getting a little paranoid after, 2 attempts on my life have been made already. I'm sure it's all in my anus. I arrive at school with time to spare. Huh, that's a first. Sayaka and Sakura full. So very close. I practically feel the stares of my classmates. Their range is looking from the range to resentful to jealous. I can't imagine what they must think of the whole situation. They're just sitting there all like, ugh, that guy? He's got those 2 girls? I can't even get 1 girls. Come on, bro. Come on. Inflation of girls. It's like the girl rich get girl richer, and the girl poor get girl poorer. Come on, man. Why do you gotta go up from 1 girl to 2 girls, while I remain at 0 girls? Come on, the minimum girl wage needs to be raised to meet up with girl inflation. Hey, look, guys. What's up? Do you really have to stay so close to me? I appreciate what you're doing and all, but I think I'll be fine in school. But what if? As long as you're at least close by, I should be fine, right? And I think it'd be hard for a monster to get this close to me in class without at least having caused some sort of commotion beforehand. Hikari falls silent. She narrows her eyes into a glare and folds her arms together, tossing her head to the side. She's all like, fine, whatever. She storms over to her desk and drops into a chair, her eyes straight forward, leaving me and Sayaka together. Did I upset her?
Don't worry though. She's always like this. Give it a time and she'll be back to her less grumpy self, Ruru. She only has your safety in mind and is just worried about what might happen if she has to leave you, like some sort of angry wolf fucking, I don't know. There's no analogy here. Heck, if I had it my way, we wouldn't even let you go to school, and then because it's dangerous. You go to school, you get shanked. You just go into the classroom. Teacher's all like, "Oh, all right," and then the guy comes back. He's all like, "Oh, to give me back my dream journal," and then you get back the dream journal, and then you're all like, "Oh man, you just ruined my dream journal," and then the other guy's all like, "I didn't ruin your dream journal, Mr. Electric. Have him sent to the principal's office and have him expelled." And then the teacher gets up and he's all like, "Oh, I'm the teacher. I know everything, and you know nothing in here." And
we just keep you locked in a nice room until this all blows over. I don't think she realizes how scary that sounded, coupled with the usual grind.
You're right, though. We shouldn't have been suffocating you a bit too much. I think we can afford to at least ease up during school.
Thank. I let out a secret. They're finally starting to listen to Raisin, if only a little. The bell sounds, signifying the start of class. I pass by a disgruntled Hikari on the way to my own desk. She doesn't even look my way. Harsh. Don't look my way. In your mind, we have to be as one. The morning classes pass in the blink of an eye, the lunch break soon arriving. I stand up and let out a yawn, only to find out that I'm not alone. The other person yawns as well. In one turn, they'll be asleep. And then I get to have the last laugh. Come on, guys. We talked about this. As if the conversation this morning had never happened, I find both of my guardians standing around me, oblivion to my irritation.
What's up again? Aren't we going to go get a Hero Gohan or some shit right now?
I'm not gonna get my own lunch. You guys don't need to be glued to my anus. Go do your own things or whatever.
But what?
I don't know. Something. Anything. I feel like you two have been pretty much attached to me since I first met you yesterday. Some breathing room would be nice. Like, come on. Again, I have to ask the question, am I a homosexual? Like, genuinely. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but... like, seriously. Come on, man. I really am grateful that they're here. Otherwise, I might have met a grisly end yesterday. But this is Borderlands stalking. I'm not even gonna bring up how they camped outside and then proceeded to break into Boku no yeah. I keep wanting to say Heya, but that's not it.
Oh, okay, then I guess. Alright. I get you. Get you. Hikari understands too. Right, Hikakaraka, I think. Come on, Hikaru, It might be fun to explore the school a bit and see what it has to offer. Like, education. We've never really had the chance to attend one before, after all.
She's never been to school? Just where do these two come from? Probably some third world country where they don't have school. You ever think of that, Kenta? It's pretty messed up. Donate to your local charity to bring education to third world countries. That's not even a joke, just do it. Or water. Or vaccinations. Vaccinations, water, and education. Those are some of the really big important things for developing nations right now. And I know what you're gonna say, but the vaccines causes the autisms. Here's the thing. You know what doesn't cause autism? Being dead from polio. Yeah. The more I talk to her, the more she makes herself sound like she's an Aryan.
Alright then, Kenta, we'll go do our own thing for a bit. Just yell if you need us and try not to shimmy-mas-moo.
And like that, she marches off, humming a happy tune. Hikari follows in her wake, but not before giving me one icy look last. I can almost feel my shoulders begin to frost. Brrr! I got the cold shoulder, but she gave me the cold shoulder. So who got the cold shoulder? Oh god. Well, I did it! I somehow convinced them to give me some space. For the time being, anyway. But now what? First and foremost, I should probably try not to forget about lunch again. Otherwise, I might just keel over and die for whatever I head to the cafeteria. The cafeteria! Wow, that actually looks kind of like the cafeteria at high school that I went to. I mean, obviously the paint job is not the same, but the layout is pretty similar. The cafeteria is, as you would expect during lunchtime, completely packed. Are you sure about that, Kento? Are you sure about that? Because it looks pretty much empty. Throngs of students take up what little walking space might have existed between the tables, equally as populated. I stand my ground and gradually work my way past the crashing waves of students that impede my path. Of course, getting food would never be so simple. Eventually, I work my way to the front of the line and approach the counter. Naturally, after all the students before me, there is very little way of choice. I guess it's either this sandwich or this other sandwich, neither of which seem amazingly appetizing. Whatever. What is the deal with sandwiches? Anything will do after how much food I've missed out on. Cheap, bland sandwich in hand, I give a look over the tables. Like before, they're all pretty packed, though I do see one fairly empty table at the far end with a little familiar someone happily digging away at their lunch. Even from this distance, I can tell it's Sayaka. Her vibrant brown? That's not brown. What? Hair instantly distinguishable from everyone else's. I don't see Hikari anywhere in sight. They must have decided to do their own things for the break. I guess if I want to sit down here and eat, Sayaka's table is the only choice. But what do I really want to eat here? Yes. Yes, I do. It's so noisy I can hardly even think. She hasn't noticed me either, completely absorbed in the demolition man of her own food. Maybe I can slip away to the roof, where no doubt it'll be more peaceful. No, sit at Sayaka's table. Jesus. What's wrong with you? Like, seriously. Then again, it can't really be bothered to scale all the way up to the roof when there's a seat right before me. No, not even that. Just do it. What, is she, like, evil or something? Come on. And it might be a wasted journey for whatever reason people are up there. The table, it is. Oh, look at that. I approached Sayaka. Oh, you know what? Hikari was probably on the roof. Oh, you know what this is? You know what this is? As I pick the different options. As I pick these different options, it's probably putting in karma points towards one of the two girls. And by the end of the game, it's going to be like, oh, you picked the options that were more Sayaka-esque. So you get to do a kissu on Sayaka. Which is probably how it's going to be, given how I'm positive about life in general. And not a tsundere, so. I approach Sayaka, whose eyes light up at the sight of me. Are you sure? It looks like she's lighting up at the sight of that food. Her cheeks are full to bursting. Her attempts to address me, frantically waving her hand in the air as food flies everywhere. Yeesh, don't talk with your mouth full. Hey, is it okay if I sit here? She nods enthusiastically, shoveling another mouthful of food in. I'm no expert in the mouthful language, but I think she said, be my guest. I didn't notice it before, but she has tons of food on her tray. Enough for 10 students at least. Maybe 50. I don't know. Like, I feel like I could eat that much food, and I could eat that much food in, like, 5 minutes, and that's if I'm really booking it. I'm not really sure how she got away with so many potions. It's no wonder, I know that says portions. It's no wonder the pickings were slim by the time I got there. I'm wondering if magic was used in persuading them to so willingly give her all this. Is she a Jedi? Probably. She was all like,
You'll give me the food right now, motherfucker.
and then they were all like, no. And then she was all like,
But I...
and then she got them. None of that sounded like Jedi mind tricks, but whatever. It's scary to think just how easily she's been wrapping up the school around her finger since she arrived. I mean, right now she's only used it to enroll herself and get extra portions, but where does it end? It only ends as soon as the universe collapses and she's the king of the school. That's right. Sayaka, #1 person at the whole goddamn school. Good job. I did it. There's almost something sinister to it all. Joining her at the Tabaru, I unwrap Boku no Sandoichi and take a bite-o. Yep. Just as bland as I thought it'd be. Just the way I like it.
Hey there! I thought you wanted some time away from us, but now you can't even get away from me. I'm sitting at a table.
Apparently done with whatever food it was she had crammed into her anus. It's like some kind of hamster. She's finally free to talk. Though I can see her begin to amass another shovel's worth. She's like a machine. Yeah. I did, but there's nowhere else to sit, really, so,
Oh, it's okay. You can admit that you just missed me so much. You can bear another moment away alone without me. That's right. Confirm for Brawl. It's Pikachu. Pika Pika motherfucker. I won't tell Hikaru Rukapuru.
She grins and takes another bite. Ha. Funno. That's a point. Where is Hikari? I thought she said she'd be with you. It's okay. Finish your mouthful first. It's really not that urgent, please. I bring up my arm to shelter myself from flecks of stray food as she excitedly tries to explain things. Gross.
I was saying, she doesn't like all the crowds and the noise, so she wandered off on her own, mumbling a little something about finding a nice quiet place, probably up on the roof that you could have picked to go to, you little shit.
Do you think she's okay?
Probably.
She wolfs down another bite. Less than half of the food left from what I saw before I sat down. Where is it all going in that slim figure of hers?
I think we'll know if something happens to her, though. More like the whole school will know. She gets crazy strong when she's an angaroo.
Good to know. I'm relatively certain. So basically, if we feel the entire school rumble, we can assume something has happened to Hikuru Cuckoo. So how are you finding your time at school here? I think you mentioned something about having never been to one before.
Oh, yeah, that's totally right. I don't even know what the hell school is. It's great. It's real fucking great. Everyone is friendly and the food is amazing.
As if to emphasize that point, she stabs into her food, her face practically glowing.
And maybe I should have worded it better. It's not that Hikari and I have never been to a school. We just haven't been to a, well, public school.
Wait, did you guys go to some sort of magic school or something? For witchcraft and wizardry?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really being serious. And I didn't expect her to answer so honestly either. Wait, really? Her mouth full again, she nods, having learned at least some manners. That's a really by the looks of things. Huh. A magic school. Where they teach magic? That sounds like it could have been fun. Sayaka's expression darkens. Did I say the wrong thing again?
It's not something I'd ever like to go through again. It's like you can wake up in the morning and then they're all like, oh, get on your goddamn feet, recruits, and then they just throw you in the goddamn mud pit and you gotta punch babies in the mud pit. Baby mud pit punch. Let's just say that. Magic isn't just something you pick up in a day. There's years of studying and training and...
She clamps her mouth shut and slaps her hand as if to stop any more words from leaking out. Damn it. She realized.
Whoop-a-doop-whoop-a-whoop. Silly me. That was a close one.
One of these days, I'm going to find out just what the heck these two are. Any day now, she'll slip up completely and spill all the beans everywhere. Every beans, all the place, everywhere. 3 dog. Okay then, if I'm not allowed to know about this fancy magic organization you're part of, can I at least know about more blah 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 blah?
Huh? Me? Watashi?
I mean, you seem to know everything there is to know about me, for whatever creepy reason. So it'd be nice if I knew more a bit about the people protecting me, magic aside. Man, she really has to think about this. Is it really that difficult for her to think of something that isn't magic related that she can actually share with me?
That is pretty much a full-time job, so I don't really get much time to myself. I'm not sure if there's much I can tell you without the big guys back at home getting a little grumperoo at me. But you know.
She swipes the grass over the cafeteria, smile growing over her face.
Being assigned to watch over you has actually been one of the most laid-back assignments we've had. We have been given the chance to enroll and live out something of a normal life here in Konohaya School. Koko. Watashi wa Koko Ishinensei da. Yatta! Bonsai, motherfucker!
Well, I'm not really sure if I'd classify that as enroll, but I get what she means.
Just being able to kick back and take it easy. Slow ride. Like a normal Onanoko. I didn't think I'd ever be able to do that. You know, I'm gonna miss this place and everything is finished here.
She falls silent, her eyes distant. She's lost in another world right now, deep in her thoughts. I never figured her the kind to do all this deep thinking. Like a normal girl. Does that mean she doesn't like her magic way of life? She didn't choose the magic life. The magic life chose her. Whoosh. I can see how it might get tiring if you had to battle things constantly like that monster I saw the other day. But she chose that lifestyle, right? And at least I think she must have. Just like the gays, how they chose to be gay, right? Right, guys? Because that's how it works, right? I can't really ask her, as I don't think I'll get away with more magic-related questions for the day. Awkward pause.
Hey, cantata.
Yeah? Eyes glimmering and glistening lips parted ever so slightly, she gives me a look that makes my heart throb. Why do I get the feeling she's about to ask me something really important here?
Are you gonna finish that?
Her eyes fell to the sandwich in my hand, still with only one bite in it. Oh no, I'm good. Yeah, whatever. Here.
Thank you, Here, the Ichiban no Hito in Konoha.
Still in a dark daze from the look she gave me a moment ago, she snatches the sandwich out of my hand without resistance. She snatches the sandwich. The sandwich. Wait, what just happened? I'm left staring blankly at my empty hand, the majority of my sandwich already lost to the black hole that is Sayaka's stomach. I may have made a mistake here. I notice her tray is completely empty too. Spotless even. She's a monster! The lunch break soon comes to an end and we're whisked back to class. The rest of the school day goes by fairly normally. No crazy attacks. No monsters. Fox only. Final destination. I still can't shake the feeling that something is watching me. Something is watching me. Though. Another day down, another walk home. My two guardians at my side. I've heard this music before. This was used in Sakura Beach, wasn't it? It was! I think. Either that or their sound designer just makes stuff that sounds the same. I don't know. My two guardians beside my side. They seem noticeably more tense compared to last night. After how close that fight was, I really don't blame them. We were lucky she didn't pursue us back then, or that would have been it for me. No, it wouldn't have spelled the end for everyone. My journey back is silent, both the girls' faces mirroring each other in a look of sheer determination. They seem more ready to spring to action at the slightest signal of danger, so I don't want to break their concentration with mindless small talk. Gradually, the sun sets in our route ahead, streetlights flickering the light overhead one by one. Great! The more the shadows begin to creep in all around us are familiar, the more tense I can feel myself become. I come to a stop. Something doesn't feel right. It feels left. Ha ha! I did it. Am I cool yet, guys? Guys? Guys, please don't leave me. No!